Okay. Don't mind my crowded desktop. So, welcome. January 1st. I'm so happy that we're starting like on the 1st. It feels like so fresh and new rather than like having to come in a week later to your first team call of 2015. But this is going to be kind of the platform that we're going to do from now on. I'm going to have slides for you guys so you can have a visual instead of just watching me talk. So we're going to go over some announcements. One of the first things that I want to talk to you guys about, next week I will be traveling. So I'm going to try to get a guest speaker for a team call. And I'll post in Revelation Fitness when I know the details about that. But I will be in a dark car, so I don't think you'll be able to see me. But yeah, so that's just a heads up for next week. But we'll talk about this week. The announcements, I don't think I'm going to. Okay, can you guys all see this? Nod if you can. Yes, okay. So you guys, I posted in Revelation Fitness the challenge packs that are on sale this week or this month. There's one more added to the list. They have extended the regular max 30 challenge pack for $180 sale price for the whole entire month of January. So if you had people interested but couldn't afford it because of Christmas, now's the time to touch base with them because we've extended it. It's not $205 this month. It is $180. On top of that, we have Insanity Max 30 Kickstart that comes with a 3-day refresh. It's on sale for $220. The 3-day refresh challenge pack is on sale for $140. And the 21-day fix in regards to the Extreme coming out, they have discounted this one to $140 as well. So you have a lot of options to go with. It's one of the biggest months of the year, which is a reason why they have so many challenge packs, on sale. Next, upcoming events. You guys know that Monday is the January Surge. It's live on YouTube. You can just have it up on your computer while you're doing the dishes or whatever. But it's January 5th. It's live. Carl Deichler, a couple guest speakers like Michael Neiman and all those kind of people will be talking and pumping you up for January in 2015. There's going to be some announcements on there. I've heard through the grapevine that they're going to announce where the 2016 Success Club trip is. I don't know where it is, but I know what it is. I don't know if they're going to announce. Normally they announce it at Super Saturday. And that night at Super Saturday, like 9 o'clock at night, they open registration for it. I don't know if that's what they're doing on Monday. When I catch word, I will post it in Revelation Fitness if that's what's going on, so you can get on right away and book your spot if you want it, because it will fill up immediately. So that's something. It's going to be, like it says here in the picture, live on YouTube. You'll get a link. I'll post it in Revelation Fitness Monday morning. You'll have top coaches speaking and zooming in and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good source of information. The next event is Super Saturday. If you're not going to one or you can't make it to the Pittsburgh one, try to find one. I think there's one in Bridgewater if you're near me. Try to find one in your area. I know Princeton's hosting one down in Virginia. The Pittsburgh Super Saturday details are as follows. Friday, January 9th is actual Super Saturday. So technically it's Super Friday from 6 to 10 p.m. The first 500 through the door get the photo op with Autumn Calabrese. There's 1,000 people going. So first 500 show up early if you want your picture with Autumn. Come dressed in white. It's not set in stone. You can come in a white shirt for your workout. The Market Council will be dressed in black, so just try to stay away from that. But other than that, it's really just to have fun. And then 21 Day Fix Extreme workout is to follow. Something to be aware of. I don't know how easy it's going to be to change. So I'm sure there's going to be a huge line in the bathroom. If your room is not too far, you could run back and change really fast if that's something that you want to do. But just keep that in mind, because it's going to be fast paced, because Carl and Autumn have to actually fly out because they have to hit 3 Super Saturdays that weekend. And then lastly, the Team Cup registration is January 19th. So start thinking about your teams. I suggest that you get on one or host one. If you, anybody can host. There's only about 1 diamond on each team. So you don't have to be a diamond to host it, or I would say, I guess, be the lead on it. But I suggest you either are involved in one or you run one. So start thinking it's teams of 5, including yourself. So you plus 4 others. And that would be in February. Does anybody have any questions about this? No? Okay, moving on. So Saturday, January 10th is a couple of to Super Saturday in Pittsburgh. I just wanted to touch base on the details again because it's only almost a week away. The Dream Team event is from 9 to 12. You'll hear from top coaches on the Dream Team, their tips and tricks for growing a successful business. A ticket is required. That link was in Revelation Fitness. If you missed it, let me know and I'll get it for you. Revelation Fitness, we're having a diamond lunch for diamonds and above from 1 to 3. And then the Dream Team Sparkle Party is from 7 to 11 p.m. Come dressed in your best sparkle, sequins. You can just bling yourself out with jewelry if you want. It's really just laid back. There's going to be 2 drink tickets per person, and then it will become an open bar after that. Appetizers, DJs, awards, and lots of fun. It's just to get together and mingle. Any questions? No? Okay. December rock stars. I have to get out of that for a minute because I can't see because you guys are in my way, picture-wise. Success Club 5 All-Stars. This is for the whole month of December. We have Jennifer at 7, Jenna at 7, Kara at 6, Nicole at 6, Jennifer at 6, Kristen at 5, Emily at 5, Crystal at 5, Haley at 5, Brittany at 5, Taylor at 5. And then we have 3 who have rocked out one of the hardest months in the Beachbody world with Success Club 10. Brittany at 14, Kate Harris at 12, and Amy at 10. We have a whole bunch of top producers this is just for last week. Blew my mind. We have Rachel at 765, Amy at 675, Kara at 585, Kate at 525, Emily at 465, Nicole at 439, Donk at 435, Brittany at 390, Sharon at 335, Kendra at 330, and Jenna at 300. And as far as rank advancements, we had Dan ranked to Emerald this week, so congratulations on that. And we have Kristen, who has been official 2-star diamond for a while, but she is now 2014 Premier Coach. So that's pretty awesome. Let me just go back up here.
Because I'm not at my best.
These are the upcoming challenge groups that I will be running. If you want to get in on it, you're more than welcome to. Busy Women's Challenge Group for the 21-Day Fix. Preseason starts Monday, January 5th. The last day to add challengers is January 7th. It's a great way to get your Success Club 5 by the 5th. We start Monday. It's going to be a prerequisite. Hopefully we can get people. Once you get your points that you want, I have no idea what that is. What you guys want as far as points wise, whether you're shooting for 5 or 10, then I would suggest that you move to finding coaches. And who is drawing on my computer? Hold on a minute. That is so strange. That you guys move to the 21-Day Fix Extreme, which is released February 2nd.
What's going on?
But it says, do not start advertising until you've reached your Success Club goals for January. It's a big one. I don't know what that is. So bear with it. Upcoming coach groups and events. Successful Start program is for coaching Accelerator is going to start January 12th. So if you have any working coaches or want to advertise for working coaches, you can put them in this group. If you have any questions about it, it's making me angry. Let me know. The 5-day coach sneak peek is January 18th. So we're going to do 5 days. For anybody that's interested in coaching and wants more information. And then the business opportunity call will be that following Wednesday, the 21st at 9 p.m. If you haven't done one and you feel up to doing one, I'm more than willing to have you do it instead of myself, or I can do it. So you just let me know what you want to do. Starting 2015 strong. Hold on a minute. I'm stopping the screen share. Okay, that's better. Can everybody see that? 2015 strong. Personal development. I want you guys to start thinking about what you needed to improve on from 2014. So I'm not saying your weaknesses, but what areas you're lacking in. If you guys are, if you're not on mute, can you guys mute yourself?
Can you just go back a screen for a second? When was the 5-day sneak peek?
Hold on a second. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I want to see if I can mute everyone. I don't know. Beth, can you mute yourself? You know how to do that?
I know. What are you going to do?
I don't know who else is not muted, but if you're not muted, can you just mute yourself? Because there's a lot of feedback. Danielle, here's the slide. The Successful Start program, which is my accelerated coaching program, is January 12th. 5-day sneak peek is January 18th. And the business opportunity call is January 21st at 9 p.m. Good? Okay. So yeah, I want you guys to start thinking about what you need to improve on from 2014. Make it a focus in your personal development for 2015. So start planning your books for January. I have one example in the next slide or whatever. And I want you to plan to succeed. So this is going to tie into one of my last slides, but I want you to start tracking if you're not tracking. So tracking where you're finding people, tracking your numbers. You know, you want to see at the end of the year, you know, where you need to work on. And then if you saw my video in Revelation Fitness, I want you to start winning the day. So making your list of 5 to 8 things that you want to accomplish a day. And at the end of the day, you look at that list and you can officially say, I won the day. And then be present and a team player. Events, team calls, team page. If you see somebody posting the team page, you know, get in there, encourage them. It's what it's there for. We're not so much in the dream team anymore. We're large enough. We have, you know, on our downline, we have 1,200 and some coaches. But in Revelation Fitness, there's over 150, I think. So let's start utilizing that and, you know, going strong in that area. This is one of the books that I suggest if you want to start developing your leadership skills. It's called Start With Why. He also has a video on YouTube that you can watch about this, but it's a great book to start with because it takes you back to basically Beachbody. The concept is people are buying you, not the program, or the Shakeology. They have to develop a trust sense in you, and it all starts with their why. So you want to be aware of it, why they want to do it. It's going to drive them in the right direction to do so. And you can see in this diagram, you're starting within and working your way out. So this is the process. You start from the core and work your way out. The first phase is why. That's their motivation to actually go through with something. The second phase is how. How are you going to get them to their why? You know, why do they want to do it? They want to lose weight because they want to be able to run around with their kids. Well, the how is the process and how you're going to help them get there. And then the third phase is what, and that's your product. That's going to be, you know, so the how phase is the challenge group, the product, and the what phase would be, you know, what program you think is best geared towards them and their goals. So if you start working your leadership skills that way, either with your coaches for their why and process and motivation and all that kind of stuff, and or with your challengers, it works both ways. So it's a good book to start with. Okay, there's a lot of talk in the closed group for 5 stars and above about Facebook cracking down. A lot of coaches are being put in Facebook jail for posting in too many groups, for friend requesting too many people. I, for some reason, now can't send videos to anyone from YouTube through a private message. Why? I don't know. But I can't do that. So this is going to be I created this ad or this timeline photo a couple days ago, and I wasn't posting it until we talked on a team call, but I'm slowly moving everything over to my like page. I will still, as of right now, run groups from my Facebook page, but you want to watch, you want to see, you don't want to have too many groups that you are in or that you're adminning. So if you're an administrator to a group that you haven't even checked in a year, you want to get rid of it. So keeping it to about 4 groups that you admin per month. So I have Revelation Fitness, I have my personally sponsored coaches, I have my emerging leaders group, and then I'll have this new group for the busy women's group. I heard that one of the coaches was getting a lot of security checks, which I'd never even heard of before. But she would send somebody a message, and then Facebook would send her a message, and it would be a picture of a chair. And they would say, "Is this a chair?" And she would say, "Yes." And then they send her another picture, and they say, "Is this a chair?" And it wasn't, so she'd have to say no. But it was just checking because she was sending too many messages. So just be aware of this. That's why I'm slowly moving everything to my like page. Hopefully in the next month to 2 months, we as a team will have a different outlet. I'm looking into some things to grow your business outside of Facebook. So that's good. So like it says, keep the groups you admin to 4, about 4. Limit the amount of groups you post in daily. So if you go in and you have a list of groups that you normally post in, don't post the same things. Try not to go into groups that you are part of, like a mom's group or something, and post something that's not allowed, because if it's removed too many times, you'll be blocked from posting in groups. If you have not started a like page, I suggest that you do, and we start building that along with, working still within Facebook itself on your private page, because according to the Facebook bylaws, working a multi-level marketing business from your personal page is against the laws of Facebook. So we will slowly be doing this. It's going to be a gradual process. They're not going to come after you right now because you don't have 150,000 followers. But it's just something to keep in the back of your head. Okay, so I was listening to some personal development this morning, and it was talking about exploding 2015. And this is kind of my call to action. I want you guys to kind of do this because I think it's really going to help you. You all have been or should have been either doing your goal board or thinking about your goals for 2015. Somewhere down that road, you should have them. Out of those, I want you to pick the big 3. So the 3 that are all goals reduced down to 3 to be focused on them. You want to choose 3 that will have the most dramatic impact on your life for 2015. Because if you pick the biggest 3, the other ones should happen. That's really bothering me. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it does that. Number 2 is one thing. So you want to find the one thing, one key behavior to accomplish these 3 goals. So let's say one of your goals is to lose 100 pounds. What is your one key behavior that you're going to do every day? You're going to get up and you're going to go walk for 45 minutes every day. That's your one key behavior. So you want to find a key behavior that's centered around each one of these 3 goals. Number 3 is installation. This is your day-to-day decisions and behaviors that you're going to do. You're going to install your one thing into a routine. So whatever this one thing is, it's going to get you to your 3 goals. It's going to become so habitual that you don't even need to think about it. And it's just, it's going to take 21 to 30 days for it to become a habit. We all know this. But you want to do it so that it becomes a habit and you don't have to worry about having to think about it. Number 4 is tracking, like I said back on one of the other slides. And I loved this quote: you cannot improve what you cannot measure. So if you have no idea where your leads are coming from, or what your average was for the first 6 months of the year, you can't improve on it. And you're going to need to if you want to grow. So tracking your one thing, up in number 2, is the key to keeping your awareness of it. So in the forefront of your mind, so that you're making sure that you're doing it every day, and knowing how to improve on it. Otherwise, if you go for 6 months and you didn't track your one thing, you have no idea if you need to change anything for the last 6 months. Number 5 is to reinforce it. Find reinforcement. So this is something like a success partner. Use Revelation Fitness to find a friend or another coach who has similar goals to yourself, and team up with them and tell them what your 3 big things are and what your 3 big goals are and what your one thing is that you're going to do to achieve it, and let them hold you accountable. You can use social media. You can post it for everyone to see, so they can keep you accountable, or you can get in a group and make it a competition if you are driven by competition. Those are just some ideas. And then lastly, number 6 is to have fun. You want to lighten up, celebrate your accomplishments day to day. So I'm not saying when you hit your big one, you don't celebrate, but even if you are so excited that you actually remember to do your one thing for an entire week, celebrate it. Because you end up running yourself into the ground and stopping it completely if you're not celebrating along the way. If you're waiting for one big celebration at the end, you're going to get burnt out. So be happy with what you've done, where you've come from, and where you're going. And then have a cheat day. We do it for our workouts. Why not for our tracking? 1 day a week, no tracking. Whatever flows goes on that day. But it's just to give yourself a rest. Choose your day wisely. If you have something planned that it's very big, choose that day not to track. And have an awesome 2015. That's all I've got for you for the slides. So I'm going to stop screen sharing before these things start writing on my screen again. And if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know.
I'm running. No, I have to ask Kaileigh a question. Stop it. Okay, so I had an idea, and I wanted to know your thoughts on it. Let me see. Is Jen Terry still on the call?
Yes.
I need some Jen Terry in my life. So what are your thoughts on doing, I know there's multiple challenge groups, but doing a team challenge group, that way we're all checking in and working out, and doing what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know if you want to do it in Revelation Fitness or just do it in the challenge groups, but shh, I'm talking.
So I'm up for anything. My problem is based off what Kaileigh said with groups. So I'm running a general session group and a Insanity Max 30 group. So I don't mind adding to the general group there. I'm just afraid of being in another group now.
Okay, so don't be afraid of groups. They're not the enemy. I'm working on a way that we can do this where we don't have to worry about Facebook because we don't own Facebook. We could actually wake up one day and just our Facebook be deleted because technically we're doing something illegal against Facebook bylaws. But it's not going to happen tomorrow. We're not big enough. We're not adding 50 friends a day. We don't have 5,000 likes on our pictures, I don't mind. I would love to do something like that. What can happen is we can do it in Revelation Fitness so that everybody is in there every day. And I can post daily every day and it'll be pinned at the top for our quote unquote coaches challenge group. And you guys just comment on that one. So all the comments would be on that one thing. So it's not crowding Revelation Fitness. So like, let's say we start tomorrow and I'm just going to make something up. So tomorrow's post is up and you guys start coming in and saying, I did my workout and I feel like CRAP or I feel awesome. It's all going to be done on the thread for the comment section. Right. You can post pictures on there. Go ahead, Kristen.
Or just because, I'm still working in the hospital and I'm still busy, but the number one key factor that I've noticed this past year is my coaches, when they stop working out, number one, they drop off because I feel like they don't have those endorphins. They're not confident about themselves. They're not as big of advocates because they're not doing it. And we all get busy, but if there is some way to just say, hey, you're in this ultimately to take care of yourself because you know that this program works and you're sharing that. And I know that if they do follow it, they're going to be more confident. They're going to be more up to sharing. And when there's a bigger, larger group that is interacting with one another, people are more inclined to doing it and to sharing it, as opposed to if I'm sitting here posting selfies of myself all day, at the end of the day, people, if they see that, they're going to be like, well, she's just working out nonstop. What if they see a group doing it all together? People are going to be like, oh, look, they're all doing it. It's one big kumbaya. So I don't know. It was just my thought process.
Well, we could definitely do it in Revelation Fitness. I mean, it's probably the best way because everybody's in there and anybody can join in on it. I can make a photo on PicMonkey and I can pin it to the top and say a start date that we're going to start. I mean, if everybody here or a good portion of you guys want to do something like that, I'll do it and we'll pick a start date right now. And I'll get it up there and then people can just it's a good idea to do it in Revelation Fitness because I think it's going to connect a whole bunch of us because we're lacking that connection in that group. And one of my goals, my goal board is, now I just lost the word that I want. But basically creating a team that is working together as a team and is there for each other. And Revelation Fitness is your home base, that group. So I think if we're all connected doing a workout on that thread, I'm sure people are going to start asking questions. When we get comfortable with each other, coach questions are going to come up and you guys are going to become like a mini support group for that. But I think that would be the best place instead of having to add people to another group.
Yeah, I do too. I think that
I have a question about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is probably my own fault because I started my own team page outside of Revelation Fitness, outside of Melanie's Dream Team that I have 190 people in. That if they're coaches I added to Revelation Fitness as well, I think I get concerned about losing people because of so many groups going on of where they get what information. I don't know how to solve for that now.
So you have your Jen's Awesome Beachbody group that's every customer / discount coach / coach that you have. Your coaches for information should turn to Revelation Fitness. I honestly am stepping away from the Dream Team. We are big enough to do this on our own. I get plenty of information from corporate. I get plenty of information from Melanie. I personally don't add coaches to the dream team anymore, because it's important for our team to grow within Revelation Fitness, and your teams to grow, so that we're working together as one big group, because we're very scattered. And it's the dream team for me. Like when I joined almost 2 years ago, I knew about everybody in that dream team. Now, out of probably, I don't know how many times people post, let's say 1,000 posts a day in there, I might know one person. So for me, there's no connection in there, and I'd rather our team have a connection with our team where we're helping each other because we're all on the same team, than, being in the dream team and maybe not even having a question answered because there's so many people and it just goes to the bottom of the list, and our coaches that you're adding to the Revelation Fitness team are not getting information because nobody's asking questions in there and nobody's answering questions in there. So my top coaches, I know Kristen does it a lot. She's very big on helping other coaches. So like my top coaches, I want you guys active in the group and answering other coaches' questions because that's where they're going to learn. I'm happy to jump in. I feed a lot of information through that group that I possibly can. And if it's something huge, I make a big stink about it. But it's important that we're back and forth. I'm sure a lot of you know who Jen and Kristen and Amy are because they are the top coaches right now in Revelation Fitness. Getting up there with known now because she's a new diamond, so like all of these coaches, diamonds and above, you are now leaders. So you need to be active and present, because if you're not in the group, when you add coaches to the group, they're going to be like, where's my upline? So it's just something to think about. It's kind of one of the ways that I'm going with this for 2015 is being more a group within the group and more of a team rather than individual people trying to make it.
Right. And Jen, I think that it's okay to say and to talk one by one with your coaches. I still have my team page that I do, and on our calls, we do a lot of role playing. I go through the week of their objections, and I pair up two people so they can get comfortable and confident of talking to strangers. So give them the choice, of saying, well, this is the content that you can expect in this group. That's what I'm going to do with my coaches. I'm going to say Revelation Fitness, this is where we're going to go for making sure we all stay accountable to the 3 vital behaviors, but also getting important information that Kaileigh is going to be exposed to now that she's 5-star elite. Because, you go into different levels as you grow. Whereas they can still come to you for whatever content your team page is going to be offering. You can just kind of organize it in that fashion if you're concerned about, adding them to this group and to that group. But ultimately, I want Revelation Fitness to be a place where my coaches can go to and expect certain content, or that it's a place that they are going to get the interaction or the needs that they need. Because people aren't going to visit a place if they're not getting their needs, fulfilled.
Yep. So is everybody interested in doing like a workout challenge within Revelation Fitness / coach accountability? If you've started a program 3 weeks ago, it doesn't matter when you start the program, but as long as it's just there to keep you going with whatever you're doing. So like I'm on my last 3 weeks of Beast, so it would be pointless to wait. I'm just going to jump right in and jump into the next one. So if you guys want to do that, I'll make a picture. I wrote it down and I'll post it in Revelation Fitness. And we'll get that started. Does anybody have a start date that would be ideal?
It does make a difference to me. All my groups are starting on Monday.
I have a group starting Monday too. Kristen, did you have an idea, like a date set or idea?
I know everybody's groups are starting January, but just what we did over the holidays, we didn't really have like a traditional challenge group. It was more of an accountability group. Mm-hmm. So I don't know the type of fashion that you want to host the group in, but I just want to make sure that my coaches, I want to know that they've worked out for the day. And I cannot go through all of the, the hundreds of coaches that I have and say, hey, did you work out today? Like, I want there to be just a spot that they're like, yep, I checked in, I had my Shakeology, did my personal development, whatever, as opposed to going 2 weeks of saying, well, I'm just not confident, and I'm like, well, have you worked out? No, not really. Have you done this? No, not really. Like, just a check-in spot, I guess.
Okay, so I can kind of make the picture as far as both I'm going to call it a coach challenge group, but it's going to be for workout and business. So it's going to hold you accountable for two different things. It's going to hold you accountable for the two areas of Beachbody that we run. So Beachbody is in the trend of obesity, help challengers get healthy and fit, and help your coaches reach financial freedom and build a business and, all that kind of stuff. So we'll do both. So basically what we do in our challenge groups is they have to come in and rate their day, a 1 through 5 for workout, water, eating, and then yes or no for Shakeology. But we'll add on to that, a yes or no for personal development, a yes or no for your number, whatever number you have in your head that you're personally inviting per day. Did you meet that goal? And Kristen and I can talk if anybody has anything that they want us to add that you feel like you need accountability for, let us know. Because we'll add that. I'll put that on the picture of what you have to rate when you check in. If you find it really hard to get your 15 minutes of development in, well, then let us know. And we're going to but we might not think of something that you guys might need accountability on.
Right. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, guys, is because that I do work as a nurse and I do this business full time and I have a family and I have kids. And when I was going back in my brain to say, what can I give my coaches for the new year? Like, what did I do this past year that I can give to you all? No joke. I tracked every single day of Beachbody. I had a system and a routine. Bianca does the same exact thing. So if we're going to duplicate and we're going to give you a system that works, this is what works. So we're going to support you and give you those tools. And then if you're like, you know what, I'm not getting my personal development in, what suggestions do you have? That's where that Revelation Fitness, we're going to all chime in, where Jen, she works all the time too. Well, how is she getting it in? What is she doing? The moms who stay at home and have kids running around, how are you guys getting this stuff in? That's where this group is going to be so important, because that's where you guys can all offer suggestions to one another.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys think of anything when we get off the call that you want or that you feel as though is one of your weak points in your business or in your personal fitness journey that you want to be held accountable for, write it in Revelation Fitness or message it to me or Kristen, and I'll add it to the thing that you have to rate each day. Sound like a plan? It'd be fun. Kristen, do you have a timeline? Do you want to do it like just for January or what?
I think if everybody commits just to January, just to see how it goes as a trial, and then maybe we can look at extending it, but really, really, really want you guys to be a part of it. I don't know half of you. I would love to get to know you and connect with you too. And I think that's a big piece, like Kaileigh said, that we're missing as a group. The Dream Team did used to be very small and intimate, like how we are, and it's just exploded and it's huge, and it's really hard to make those connections. And we're here as a team to support one another, and I think that would be a great part. So I ask that, and I challenge you guys to really be a part of this. If it sounds like something that you want to be, don't be afraid to speak up and let us know your concerns and checking in.
Honestly,
but I think January do that.
Okay, so it'll be like a 25-day-er if we start Monday. But honestly, like what Kristen was saying, where the Dream Team used to be small and intimate, there's nothing wrong with the Dream Team, but it lost that personal touch. Like I said, I don't know half the coaches in there. But if I looked back when I first started and how small and personal it was, that is why I have such good connections with other coaches on Melanie's team. So we're like horizontal coaches. So and everybody knows my relationship with Deidre. We're really, really close, and she's one of my success partners. So but she's not anywhere. She's not one of my coaches. She's not one of my coaches' coaches. We're on equal playing grounds as far as we're both Melanie's coach, and I'm pretty sure we're on opposite legs. So we're pretty even like that. So I want you guys to be able to do that within Revelation Fitness. Find people who are horizontal with you and connect with them, and build a relationship, because I've honestly, through this whole past year and process of coming up to December 31st, I would not have been able to do it without the Beachbody family, because everybody is so supportive in anything that you could possibly ever do. And when you're having a bad day, if you're matched well with a success partner and you really meshed well, they're having a good day, so they can lift you up, and vice versa. Like Deidre and I are on opposite schedules, which is good because I can lift her up when it needs to be, and she can lift me up, vice versa. So get in there. Revelation Fitness is going to be your home, and we'll start Monday. Is everybody good with starting Monday? Okay. I'll make the post tonight. So if you think of anything, message me or Kristen within an hour.
And get excited. Yay, it's a new year. Woo! Sorry.
Things happening. It's going to be lots of fun. You guys have a whole year to accomplish everything on your goal board. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's not like you're a coach who came in, in May and only have part of the year to try to hit one of your biggest goals. You have a whole year to make it happen, and you have coaches that want to see it happen. So they want to help you with it, whether they are linear on the team or your upline, or not even your upline, but, an upline of somebody else. We're all here to help each other reach those goals. We want each other to succeed. So that's why it's important. It's why we push knowing your goals for the year, so we know how to help you reach them. Sound like a plan? I'm excited. I'm all giddy now. Thanks, Kristen. I'm going to go do max 30. Does anybody have any other questions? No? Everybody's good? Nobody can think of anything that they want to be held accountable for? Kate, I know you're doing the same thing as me. So you need to hold me accountable to this.
Yeah. I'll help you. You help me, I'll help you.
I'm doing the Bible in 365 days. So
Yay.
we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so even if it's personal that you want somebody to hold you accountable to, like this, 2015 is, you got a whole year to make something of it, right? It's a good number, 15. Okay, nobody has anything else. I'll let you guys go. Kristen, stay on for a minute.